Hit it and quit it. Hit that button, Christopher.
Hey everybody, we're here live. As if we're really having a show. We're just doing a little mini haul and some help suggestions for Facebook groups. I know Chad's got more than me, so why don't we see if Chad wants to do some hauling shows first?
Oh, I thought we were gonna do some
Oh,
bitching first.
well, it's either way. I'm not really planning on it. It wasn't a planned show, Chad.
I'm good, man. I'm just messing with you. Oh, don't get me going. No, don't.
Hold on. Chad's got to do something for us first.
No.
Come on, do your 80s dance.
Christopher, you get like 25 likes on the thing, and I might do it for like 5 seconds, but
25 likes and you'll do your 80s.
Hit that like button.
yeah, 25 likes and I'll do it.
I won't be able to tell me what they see. I don't see it. Well, I always like my own show, and then I'll have a one.
Oh, Trans Am got some concert T-shirts. That is awesome. Right on.
I'm reloading. Grateful Dead, sweet.
So you want to talk
Okay.
about
You want to see some of my stuff I got today?
Yeah. I know you got more than me. I'm only showing 2 things, so.
Yeah, I got a shitload today. Okay. Does anybody know what this is?
A pin reel.
A pad reel for fishing.
Yeah, you mount it on your boat. It's a trolling. It's the Fathom Master 600. You can set your depth and you just drag it behind. There's a 25-pound weight, I think it is. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is the weight. It pulls behind it, and I guess you just pull it behind your boat. I mean, it's got real thick steel line to it, and it's pretty cool. $10. I don't think I can go wrong. I could probably sell this thing as a cannonball, a Civil War cannonball. What do you think? Are you still there, or am I frozen? Got this cool thing. It's a handheld Garmin. It's a it's a handheld GPS. It's the Legend E-Trex. I listed it. I screwed up. I listed it for $44.95 with shipping, and it like sold within the hour. I think I underpriced it.
Why are you known for that anyway?
For it. Huh?
Aren't you known for that anyway, underpricing things so you can get them out the door?
Well,
typically I do it on purpose. I think I just screwed up on this one.
You weren't that far off from what I looked up a minute ago. I mean, you're probably the lowest. You're probably by far the lowest buy it now, and that's why you got that. But I mean, you were $10, $15 too cheap, probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't beat myself up over that.
You know me, man. I'll be like shit, and then I'll move on.
Now, if it was like you left a 0 and a decimal point off the end or something, then I'd probably be kicking myself.
Yeah. I got this Garmin Forerunner 305. It's a watch thing. I don't know, something you wear. And
you gonna underprice that one too?
It says it's GPS enabled trainer with heart rate, time, distance, pace, heart rate, calories, height, sensitivity, GPS receiver, improved reception near trees, buildings, no calibration needed. I don't know.
Which model is it?
305. The Forerunner is 305. And Kim picked this up for $15. It's an American Doll Girl.
Well, they get money out of that, especially if it's still sealed.
We saw that this particular one was going for about $120, so she did good on that. Man, we just had an awesome day today. We got This thing right here, it's one of those car flash tools. You can set your fuel and all that stuff with it. Is this the one you looked up, Dusty? How much was this going for?
2 to 3. I mean, I'm just being general because I can't remember. I want to say it's closer to 3. 2 to 300.
Yeah, and I think this one came out about $70. This Ford one.
Yep. Come here.
I mean, these are 600 new, but this one is actually married to a car, so you have to call Ford and pay your $100 to get whatever car you want to marry it to, because you get it and then there's an SD card with your information. You stick it in the bottom there. So, but this is married to a guy's car, so I got this for $1. Got that other one for $2, and then I got this one for $3. This is a Hypertech Power Gamer 3, which is the same thing.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. And this one is preset for the 2003, 1993 to 2006 GM truck SUV. So this actually go for the Hummers too. So the Hummers are the big things people like to mess with.
That's a good one because they didn't change Chevy truck stuff for years. And
yeah. And I bought an Electrolux LE canister vacuum with the power head on it and everything. So I paid $40 for that, but today we were cleaning. I was talking to Dusty and we were doing some clean. I was cleaning them up, and I mean, it's cleaning up beautifully. I mean, I did the power head already, and this thing looks like superb now. And I've got all the parts I've cleaned. And now I'm working on just the canister part, but I'll get it looking really good. I mean, one in really good shape with the parts, which I think this one will be really good shape. You're talking an easy $250. So excited. Okay, Chris, there's your mini haul. I got a bunch more stuff today, but you know, well, I will show you guys these.
I want to show two things.
These yesterday. Yeah, these are my Safari Land. These are actually the leg shrouds, and they're all new, and it actually attaches to your belt. This attaches to your belt, the belt loop right here, and this is so you can put your holster right here and have the holster down on your leg, and then it's a double strap. So I mean, this is that hard stuff, and I got 11 of them for $2.99 a piece, brand new at Goodwill. No, Goodwill.
Wow.
Goodwill. And that's when I sent you guys in our private chat. I sent a picture of my receipt too, because that's just, they were marked $4.99 a piece, but she only charged me $2.99 a piece for them. I mean, at $4.99 a piece, that's killer. And I took them all. There was 11 of them there, so I got them all. And I've got them listed for $32.95 right now. And I think the other cheapest one is $37.50. So I'm actually the cheapest person on eBay, probably anywhere in the world on these things, bringing new in a package. Because the other people don't even have them in a package; they just have new without tags. So
when you showed that, somebody else in our private chat told you gotta go back and pay for the other $2 for each.
yeah, whatever. Hey, if Goodwill screws up, I don't know what the deal was. The receipt doesn't say it was half off or anything like that, and that's not even half off. You know, $4.99 to $2.99. I think she just screwed up, but I didn't notice it until I got out to the car.
I tell you what, so she gave you a discount.
Maybe she liked you. Was she flirting with you?
You know, and it was that Goodwill that we say we absolutely hate, the one in Destin. But you know, it turned out okay.
Well, I'm only going to show two things. I picked up a sealed yoga for conditioning for weight loss. So I'm gonna put it on Amazon. I only paid 99 cents for it at my Goodwill. It was probably going about $5-6 on Amazon. So, and I also got a cup that I showed Dusty and Chad beforehand, where it says, "That's a pretty stupid idea, John. I'm afraid I'll have to kill you." And the main reason I got it is for our buddies Gil money, because it says stay awake, stay employed, Gil mania.
That's funny.
Where's Gilmania, I wonder?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a company or not. That's why. It's the designer's collection. Stoneware. American Greetings Corporation. So I guess see if maybe they're gonna may want it in after I take a picture of it, and if not, then I'll list it. But what about you, Dusty?
I got nothing. I got a bag of Skittles. No, apparently Gilmania was a cartoon strip of some sort. You need to list that thing. So, no, we've been out of town for 3 or 4 days, and we just got back in this morning about 11. I was trying to get home in time to get some things shipped out. So, but we were in Birmingham, and we didn't go anywhere. I hit Target while we were down there because we had to go to get some food for my wife's dad, some groceries. And I scanned a few barcodes. I really wasn't impressed. They had clearance all over the store. And I scanned for about 30 minutes while she was grocery shopping. But I didn't find anything that got me real excited. So that's it. I have absolutely nothing.
Well, I see we're still only got about 6 or 7 viewers from mine up. So I don't think you're gonna hit your 25 likes there, Chad.
Dang it.
It's a Saturday night. Not most people know about a Saturday show, so it's not really a show. I just want. Well, that's how we gonna go into this topic, because I started it with Chad. I told him what I was thinking on Tuesday night, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna yell at everybody." But the main reason I wanted to do this is because there's a lot of posts from, I don't know if they're newbie members or whatever, from all different groups, Research Society included, where there's either just a picture or something, and they're asking, should I buy this, or without any other information. You don't know who the shirt maker is. You don't know what their price is. So it's kind of hard for anybody to help you. If you don't do it if you don't give information, we can't. You don't want us to do our work for you. Well, and I guess Mr. Golden Finger Picker's going to be coming back in, and he's frozen right now. So, what do you think about that, Dusty, about people that don't post information when they're asking for questions?
Well, it makes it hard to answer a question. I think when I see the most commonly is people post a picture. I mean, this one kind of drives me crazy. People post a picture in a group and put pick or pass. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. I don't know how much it is. I mean, I can tell you what it's worth, but I don't know how much it is. I don't know what that person's particular, business model is. If they try to just double their money on items, if they, I mean, there's some things, and it's hard for me to say pick or pass. Like we were talking about earlier, if you show me a picture of a shirt, I don't care what kind of shirt it is, and you say pick or pass, I'm going to go ahead and tell you pass, because I hate selling clothing.
Did you guys really start this topic without me here?
Chris did, and he made me run. He put a gun to my head, made me run with the whole subject.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Well, I was talking about it, and then I asked your opinion, and then I was told you're frozen. So I was like, well,
I wanted to see your rant. Start over.
No, you need a rant.
You told me you thought I was going to yell at everybody, and I said, no, I'm just going to talk about it, because of however certain posts, like we're just talking about, people don't put information that we need to help them with their questions.
Whenever I see a post like that, I always say, help us help you. You got to come on. Give us something. I mean,
Exactly.
so, okay.
So I don't know if,
Speaking of,
oh, go ahead, Chad.
speaking of judging stuff by pictures, I'm going to be doing a video here soon about that. Um, as far as, sometimes pictures are good, but sometimes pictures can be deceiving. You can't guarantee authenticity through a picture. You can't. It's just. Hi, Dusty. No, I mean, there's so much to it, guys. I mean, okay, it's like this. If you post a picture of something, okay, we have to assume that if we say, yeah, that looks good, we have to assume that you've taken some initial effort to authenticate it yourself, or otherwise you wouldn't be asking us, because we can't tell you if it's real by a picture so many times. Like a Lacoste shirt, yeah, a lot of times they're so bad, with the graphics or something like that, it's really easy to tell. But when it comes down to a lot of things, you just you need to get it authenticated first and then ask us if it's worth buying. So because we cannot authenticate through a picture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could send you like this, for instance. I sent all my buddies the picture of this, and it's a Diego. I mean, it's worth a lot of money, and it's beautiful. I mean, it is awesome. But guess what? I'm the only one here that can. Where's my dang loop? I'm the only one here, or I'm the only one that could get my loop and look up really close and see that it's a print. So don't ask people, oh, should I get it? It's beautiful. And they'd be like, hell yeah, get it, dude. It's a Diego.
Well, that was my initial reaction to you. I think you had already bought it, but I was like, heck yeah, awesome. And I got all excited, and then I was like, can you tell if it's, and you said, I can't tell until I get home, whatever. And then you got home and did some more research. So, yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can do in an eBay listing with pictures. There's only so much you can do in a Facebook group. I mean, you got to give details. You know, you can only take so many pictures of a shirt when you list it. I mean, if it's eaten up with moth holes up underneath the armpit, I mean, even if you take 12 pictures of the shirt, you may not catch those moth holes. You've got to describe things completely because people can't see everything.
And also, whenever you're listing something on eBay, the buyer's going to assume that it's real. Okay? So if you're posting a picture in one of these groups to ask us, should I buy this or not, we're automatically assuming that what you're wanting to buy is real. Okay? At that point. Unless we see something or somebody's asking for authentication, or something like that. But help us help you. And I did not have my loop with me at the time, and it was one of these items that I just could not leave that thing sitting there. And I mean, it's still worth money. I mean, it's got age spots and everything else, and it's a really beautiful piece, and it's probably going to hang in our house. But it just caught my eye, and I know as soon as Dusty saw it, it caught his eye. But it's just a matter of people get snippy, and picture. I mean, I swear, it gets like this. There's a picture of a canteen, and somebody says yes or no. It's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
And I don't know, Chad, if you've noticed on some of those, I've started saying, what has your research told you?
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't even tell us what the price is they're asking for it. Or is it new? I mean, there's just so many contributing factors to whether it'd be a good buy or not. And, a lot of people are talking about they want to get into these clothing, and they're saying, oh, I like these Lacoste, and I want to, don't. Holy cow. We're experienced sellers and we get burned on stuff. It's like, I don't buy any Nikes anymore. I don't buy Lacoste anymore.
I wouldn't. Even Ronnie doesn't touch Lacoste anymore.
It's not worth the
Well,
time.
partially because they're just, the market's dead on them. But
I quit buying Burberry shirts. If it's a high-end jacket or something like that, yeah, I'll check it out and I'll look into it. But just a Burberry pullover with the Novacek, nope, I ain't even touching it. I've already bought one and it was fake, so that's all I need. I'm done. I don't mess with that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it gets kind of frustrating, and we try to understand where the new person's coming from or something like that, but all we're doing, in my opinion, by entertaining the yes or no thing, is setting them up for failure in the long run, because if they don't learn themselves.
I say we're also enabling them because we're doing their work for them.
That's true. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with getting help from stuff. I get help all the time from people. If I'm in a big hurry and I don't have time to look it up, or if I don't have, a lot of times I can get a Facebook message through, but I can't get to eBay, it's like, or I'll get a text message through to somebody, and it's just, I don't have a problem with asking people for help, because I typically do my research, and if I can't figure it out, then I'll ask for help.
But it's hard to walk into a group of 10, 12,000 people and post a single item and say pick or pass. I mean, that's just not, there's not enough information. Somebody did it with a pair of tennis shoes here a while back, I think Reebok or Nike or something. And that doesn't tell me anything. You couldn't see the price in the picture. I didn't know, our Salvation Army here charges $20 for a pair of shoes. I mean, were they wanting $2? Were they wanting $20? I mean, that doesn't tell me anything, you know. And then at the same time, but I could see enough in the picture that I could look up Reebok, blah blah. I could see the model and go straight to eBay and looked it up on Completed myself. And it's like, why couldn't you do that? Don't tell me you didn't have a good signal. Don't tell me you have a smartphone, because you're posting pictures from inside a thrift store. And I don't mind helping people. And there's sometimes you are in a hurry or whatever. And I've done that with friends and stuff, and I've done it with groups. Rarely, if it's something, hey, I need a quick judgment call on this. But I mean, for a basic item that you can do your own research, don't clutter up a group, or don't.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know what the right way to say that without coming across sounding haughty, but don't, save your good questions for good questions. Do your own research. That's how you learn, is by doing research.
Yeah, this pick or pass type thing, a lot of times in our small, because we have our Facebook chats, and we've got several people in these chats, and that's different. I mean, I could take a picture, pick or pass. I mean, I did it with these shoes. I was like, what the hell are these guys? JL Ghost, and everybody came back. Ronnie came back and said that's JO Ghost, and yeah, good. I'm like, cool. But see, when he says yeah, good, he's already assuming that that's if they're real, okay? Which ultimately they are. That was fine, but you have to expect that when you're asking whether it's something to get, that it's real. So.
And another post that kind of gets to me, I kind of mentioned this to Chad. Like I said, I talked to you on Tuesday about. That's what I was talking about when you froze. I brought it up to you on Tuesday about doing this, because I didn't really plan it, but after last Saturday, I didn't plan last Saturday either with Sean, and I figured I would do a little bit more of a plan if I was going to do it this time. And you had said that you thought I was going to yell at everybody, but one of the other posts that got to me is all these questions that I just posted, like about an eBay issue or whatever, I type in the question in the eBay search, and I come up with or Google search, I come up with the link to what the answer is to their question. And I'm like, why couldn't you do that? But I don't do it. I just send it and I keep my mouth shut because I don't want to be going off on people because I'm an admin of the groups.
Dude, we had people today asking what a bolo was and what FBA was.
No, that needs to go in the fridge.
You know, I don't know. I mean,
you know, and I can understand if you haven't heard that terminology before, but I don't know. I guess maybe I've been doing research so many years that I've learned that Google is my best friend.
yeah.
You know, I guess I automatically, before I say, what is that? I tend to Google things. I could probably over Google things. So I guess for me, it's more, you know, before I'm going to even ask a question, I'm going to Google it first. You know, like a minute ago, he showed that mug, and I said, what is Gillmania? Just wondering, because I thought he might actually know what it was. And I immediately went to Google and Googled it, and it popped up Gillmania comic strip or whatever. But, you know, it's just people don't even bother to go to Google. And it's like, really? You can find anything out on Google. I can tell you what color your underwear is right now from Google.
Mhm.
So that's some of the posts that would bother me, and it's like I said, I didn't want to go off on people because I represent the group when I'm talking as an admin. So if I start going off, people will be like, well, if this admin's like this, what about the rest of them? Are they going to be the same way?
Well, it's just sometimes it can get kind of frustrating.
It does get frustrating after the 37th person, or one specific person asks the 37th time in a row. That's, I think, where it gets really frustrating when you have somebody that over and over and over again, and you kindly say, you know, hey, let me teach you how to do your research. Check eBay completed or whatever, and then they just ignore you. They get the answer they want, and they come back a day later and they do it all over again. You know.
Chuck, what I want to say is some of the people that I've seen doing it are not necessarily newbies. Some of them are people that we.
Some of them are lazy. And I don't even know.
Somebody posted today this big long. To me, it was long. They could have went to google.com and typed in BOLO and hit enter, but no, they typed in I knew blah 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 blah. By the time they got done writing that post, they could have answered their own question. It's just it just kind of makes you think, like, new or not, you know, is this person going to make it doing what we do? You know, I mean, because you have to kind of have a foundation of self-sufficiency, you know.
Well,
does that sound too much like complaining, Chris?
Huh? Oh, I was going to say, I'm in the comments, and Sally Evan says, I can't like this video enough times. It's so about time this was discussed.
Well, we catch a lot of, as the founders of the Reseller Society and our admins, we catch a lot of crap about posts like that because it takes up so much space and it pushes stuff down. We don't believe that they're stupid questions. It's just, come on, guys. Let's.
No, but with the new Facebook, the way it's become, like you said, in the last couple of years, there's no longer, you know, whatever's the most liked or whatever's the most recently liked or commented on gets pushed to the top, or whatever's the newest, you know, a combination of all that. So, you know, the real important stuff that might help people to learn got covered up by somebody asking, what is a bolo, when they could have gone and just, I mean, I bet you right now if you go to Google, it's probably going to give the police terminology, but it's probably going to go right to, let's do it, bolo. Watch me be wrong. Urban Dictionary. Oh, we don't want to read that one out loud. Bolo may refer to internet slang, blah, blah, blah. Hey, there you go. Katie Patton, 6th one down. What does bolo mean?
Yeah.
No, but if you put in bolo and eBay or Bolo Reselling, it's probably going to be the first thing that popped up. I mean, it's just not real hard to figure out. If you put in FBA, it's going to pop up, and it just I get frustrated because it pushes the real questions that would help a large group learn. It pushes those to the bottom. That's where I get frustrated.
Yeah, that's a post that you shared within the admin chat, Dusty, the one about the, you liked it, so I don't know how you could like it and can complain about it in an admin chat about the tennis racket shipping.
Oh, tennis racket.
Yeah, the $120 racket.
Oh, I read on that post though. It turns out the buyer only paid $60 for it. But I wouldn't ship even a $60 tennis racket. I wouldn't wrap it in some foam wrap and turn a UPS express box inside out to send it. I mean, come on, for the love of God, buy a box, or use a real priority mailbox or something for a $60 tennis racket. I mean, I can see if it was a $4 tennis racket maybe.
Well, something, and the way I look at that is, apparently he knows what he's doing. So, because he thought to make the post. So he knows what he's doing. He knows what he did. And with an attitude, in my opinion, with an attitude like that and the sense of customer service, it's like he's got what he's got coming to him. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
And I don't even know who it is, and I don't have any problem with him or any issue with whoever.
I don't know him either.
And somebody said something in a post the other day and said, "Oh, people take this professionalism too much." No, I don't turn boxes inside out. I don't. I'm not gonna say that I reuse boxes. Any Amazon boxes that I get when we order Prime stuff, they totally get reused. And I'll reuse what box I have, but I don't turn crap inside out and take old liquor store boxes and cover them in brown paper. And I mean, there's a certain level of professionalism. Have a little pride in your work. Your buyer's first impression when they open that up is going to be your shipping materials and what it was shipped in. And if there turns out there's something wrong with the item or it's not quite what they expected, they're already going to have a bad taste in their mouth because you wrapped it in a damn cereal box and put frickin' duct tape around it. So, all right, I'm done ranting now.
The Trans Am is asking about the Google picture scanner.
Google what?
I call it the Google image search. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. It says, I heard some podcast a while back say that Google has a picture scanner. It tells you what the item is by the photo. That's Google image search, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah. If you just go to Google, all right, Trans Am, if you go to Google, just plain old Google, and let's see, up in the top right corner it says images, go to images. Then it'll take you to the Google Images page. And right to the right of the search box, there's a little picture of a camera. And it says search by image. When you click on that little search by image, you can either paste in an image URL or you can upload an image. And if you have something like that painting that Chad had, for instance, cut out, don't get the frame and stuff in it, but get just a good shot of the image itself, you got a pretty good chance Google will kind of face match it, so to speak, and it'll pop up pages in which that image appear. And that's a really good way to find stuff. Can you do it through a smartphone or not?
I've tried with my smartphone, and I do not have much luck with it, even because
Okay.
I've even gone to Google Images, but it doesn't let me hit the button to upload the picture. So there might be a mobile app for it. I haven't even gone to the store, but I have tried it a few times, and it didn't work. But yeah, like on that painting that the picture I have, I actually typed in the guy's name in eBay, and there were several different, if you can imagine that name, several different, and that's why I asked all the guys to help me. It's like, does anybody know anything about this name in the picture? And it's important that you send good quality pictures. I took a picture of the whole picture, and then I took a picture of the actual signature. So,
well, our shipping Trans Am said he received get something in a vintage mac and cheese box.
The mac and cheese box might have been worse. That depends on how vintage it was.
It's probably a Velveeta, you know that.
The shells and cheese.
Yeah.
Somebody said black. Oh, it's Black Eye. I'm having to use the phone to read the chat because my computer's jacked up and I can't see it on there. Black Eye said, I use 10i. It's a reverse image search engine. It finds out where an image came from, how it is being used, if modified versions of the image exist.
Oh, cool. I'm going to write that down.
10i. T-I-N-E, yeah, E-Y-E.
It's probably only in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Like,
Hey, Chris. Chris.
Yes.
Just do what I say, okay? Just kind of rock a little bit. Rock a little bit. Come on. And say, how can we dance when the earth is turning? Come on.
Hey, he's talking about dance. Also, does you put that music, I see you dance.
How do we sleep while our beds are burning?
Oh, that's funny.
How many likes do we have so far, Chad? Maybe if we can get these people to get some people in to get 25.
9. It ain't gonna happen, dude. So good luck. We're not gonna get 25 likes.
That was really the only good song that Midnight Oil ever had.
Yeah.
Tranham says it was a He-Man, the first one.
Here goes Chad.
I can't stop, man. I have to. Stop. See, you're going to get him a copyright violation.
Oh, crud.
And only my first one out of how many videos?
I'm surprised Chad didn't get hit with more of them because he forgets to turn his radio down in his car half the time when he does videos.
Yeah.
Well, if there ain't any more questions, I mean, I don't know if I heard other posts that get to us, but I mean, like you said, as admins, there are certain ones that we don't want to go off on, but you have to think about how you're wording it so we can help you.
Yeah. Help us help you. Then show me the money.
And I don't mind helping people. I enjoy doing research. You know, if I'm sitting at home and I'm not doing anything, somebody says, hey, man, what is this? Oh, I will totally go down a rabbit hole. Because my thing is I'll learn something. Like with that painting that you had.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about that artist that I had heard of before, but I didn't know the whole history and know all that stuff. So I enjoy helping people do research. But when you're really, really vague on an item, I just get frustrated, get pissed off. And then I'm like, nope, not going to help you.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me hard to want to when, you know, just give as much information as you can. That's all I got to say.
Black Guy says, be careful, Chad. You may get burn rash. I guess from your dancing.
Oh. Oh, I got something else.
Uh-oh.
Last I saw, we're up to 14 viewers. Oh, no, 15 says here now. One I had last Saturday.
Hey, Dusty, check this out. This was actually sealed, man.
Boy.
Is that the one you were telling me about earlier?
Yeah. That Microsoft Office?
Was it sealed or it's sealed now? Is it Chad's?
It got a new heat gun today. Oh, that's one thing I was wanting to talk about. No, okay, you guys, we were talking about this before, how, you know, we were talking about the supplies that you need for your business, and so many times I say, you know, I just say, okay, I'd like to get that, and I'll wait and wait and wait and find one. I found a brand new one today for $2 at a yard sale. $2. So I was playing around, and I actually resealed this, and it looks like brand new, sealed in the package. And that's pretty cool. I was just playing.
What? Did you already have shrink wrap?
This is
What'd
one
you
of
use
those,
for your wrap?
This is the clear my shirt bags.
Poly bag?
You seal it, and then you put this dryer on it, and it just it sucks right in, man.
So where? No, your shirt bags must be heat shrinkable. Where are you getting those from?
I got them off of eBay. Hold on. These are.
Did you get them from 3RV?
I can't remember. This is them. But what I do is I put the item in, and then I'll use my sealer and seal it, and then hit that heat gun to it. Because I tried it with a hair dryer not too long ago, and it just didn't work. But I turned this heat gun on and put it on it, and it goes whoosh. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
I've got a heat gun. I've just never got around to investing in the shrink wrap because I could never decide if I wanted to get bags or rolls.
Well, I think any type of plastic will shrink.
Not some of it'll end up tearing once if you hold it too close to it.
Well, sure, anything will tear.
It's not.
But I got this Monarch 1131 for 50 cents, and these things are going for $50. And it.
Sam's asking you how much you want for your gun.
Huh?
Sam's asking how much you want for that heat gun.
I'm keeping the damn heat gun.
I've got a heat gun.
He says
hey, I'll do a video and show how awesome it is. How it goes.
LM Trans Am. I ordered my heat gun off of Amazon. I ordered a Stanley, one of the yellow Stanley ones, and it was, I don't know, I got it a couple of years ago. It was cheap. I want to say it was like $20 maybe.
Do we want to see me heat sink this? Okay.
Let's have some fun Saturday night.
I'll seal it first.
$21.97 for the Wagner. That's what it was, not Stanley. It's down there. I'm not getting out of my chair to get it.
Here, we'll do a CD. One of your CDs. Janis Joplin CD. How about it?
Oh, the ones you were supposed to mail to me last week that I bought from you?
No, they're coming Monday.
Oh, this Monday, not 2 Mondays ago.
Really?
Yeah, make sure you shrink it. Make sure you seal it up and then leave it sealed, because when I get it, I'm not going to remember if it was one of the used ones or one of the new ones. And then I'll send it into FBA as new, and when in all actuality it was used, and then I'll be the one that gets the negative feedback.
Hey, Dusty. Since the weather speeds to the good side of things, just always the next call to send you the.
Do you have me brought up, Chris?
What?
Do you have me highlighted?
I can.
It's really important not to hold this too close or too long. Hold on, let me undo this. Yeah, this thing's brand spanking new. Look at this bad boy. Ah, okay. You
Hey,
put this here, let me
hey, are you using those DVD bags that you and I ordered?
No, I'll try one of those. But this is just that shirt bag. I sealed it.
Because those DVD bags are that type of shiny.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh. That is just sealing right up. Ow.
And he burned himself.
This is like watching paint dry, Chad.
Hey, it toughens up. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Dude, that is freaking awesome. And then you look at the corners. They're sealed.
Did you use your impulse on that?
Yeah. What I did is I impulsed it to make it smaller. Okay, now how can I get it off? Hold on.
No, I didn't know.
That's just as hard to do as a regular one, huh? Oh, yeah. You want me to try it with the...
Sure.
I don't mind shrink wrapping some stuff, but for like CDs and DVDs that I send into Amazon, I've got the bags that have the peel strip. I think it's one he's about to use, and I would just as soon peel the strip, flap the flap over, and send it off. I'm not going to go to the trouble of shrinking it to the bag and all that stuff. I mean, I know some people do. I bought some stuff from another reseller the other day, a bunch of DVDs I've got over here, and he actually does it to all of his used ones. That's just, to me, is time consuming. If I had extra help, I mean, that I could, do the assembly line, I had extra space in here, I probably would, but I just stick them in the bag. And
Well, Black Eye says that a 2-temp hair dryer works too. And
My hair dryer wouldn't work.
if you got you'd have to have like one of the 1875 watt ones or whatever, I think. I don't know how many watts a heat gun is, but I think it's a little more than that.
And Trandam said that those sheets come in big rolls, hundreds of feet.
Yeah, that's the ones I want. I just can't decide, and I've looked at them. I can't decide if I want the like 12-inch rolls or 16. I've never been able to decide which one would be the best size for me, and I just can't shit or get off the pot and order one, to be honest. Because Mike McCluskey was the one that was telling me which one he used, and he showed me he gave me a link to it on Amazon, and the rolls were affordable. He ordered 2 different sizes.
And people, if you want to hit the like button, go ahead. I'm not begging. Just like my regular shows. I don't beg.
Chad's got the space, though, in his garage to have a heat shrinking, area set up. I just don't have the space, and I don't want to drag it. I'd have to have so many items I was doing at one time to justify it.
I thought you were going to make his garage look like an actual office. Now it looks like it's just a garage with stuff around.
Here we go. See, this is just the...
Is that those bags?
Yeah, this is the thicker bags. Oh, oh my gosh, that's even better.
That's the ones with the peel and sticks.
Yes.
And
wow.
Those we ordered off Amazon. They were $10 with free Prime for 500 of them. Wasn't it?
Dude, this looks like totally professional. Wait till you see these corners, dude. Ow.
Oh, they've gone up. It's 500 bags for $12.50.
Dude, look at these corners.
Hold on, let me get back on the screen. So that was even better than your shirt bags?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I mean, it's just, look at that.
Huh.
It's perfect. Hold on, let me try to open it. Yep, just like the real one. You know how it's... That is cool.
Here's... I'll put the ASIN number here. Somebody can put this ASIN number, because I can't open that on my thing right now. Put that ASIN number. That's the bags you just used. They're
the Amazon?
Yeah, somebody can look it up by ASIN number on Amazon if they want to order them. It's $12.50 for 500 of them. It used to be $9.99.
Hey, Chad, I got a question.
And my gun is a Drill Master, whatever that is. It's a heat gun, 1500 watt, dual temperature, so it's got a high and a low. And
Drill Master.
Yeah.
That just sounds professional.
Oh, I'm gonna melt my camera. But yeah, quit, Mac.
I got another question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's been going on with the Sellers Fund? The Small Sellers Fund?
One more time.
The Small Sellers Fund?
Uh-huh.
How's it been going? Because last time I looked on the site, on the GoFund me say there's only been 2 months to go up an update. I haven't seen.
It's been a little while since anybody's. We need to probably revamp. Let people know that it exists, and we'll do another fundraiser because it's helped a lot of people so far. It's been a really great
it helps me.
experience.
And I was expecting it. So
these are Kim's finds today. They're embroidered, very nice quality, and the kicker is they are both, if you can read the tag, Scully's. So very nice Western wear.
You gonna wear those to church?
I'm gonna wear them when I'm riding you. Picked this up today. Did you ever look that up, Dusty? I left you the.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy money on Amazon. I want to say
like 129 bucks.
Yeah, 120.
Cassette recorder, but it is new, but the plastic is cracked on it. Like it got smashed or something, and it cracked right there. So it's probably not a very good Amazon item, but I mean it's new. It's just amazing what some of this stuff will go for. I mean, I think it was $25 at a yard sale, but yeah. It's just a GE handheld cassette recorder. Pretty pathetic, if you ask me. Don't even have headphones.
Oh, it's but wait a minute. The listing on Amazon, it's a micro cassette, isn't it?
No.
Put that number back in the chat here, because I swear it said micro cassette on the listing.
Here, I'm going to put it in everybody's chat so anybody can look it up. Go to Amazon and type this number in, 0.
Oh, you got to read it out loud. Window.
Okay, it is 0443 190 02584.
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, it said mini cassette recorder. I guess mini meaning it's small. I mistook that.
Yeah, well, see, back when these came out, if it wasn't a big boom box, it was probably considered mini.
Is there a copyright year on
that one? You're gonna make me get my glasses.
Yeah, I am.
Where did I put my glasses? Where's my damn glasses? Oh, here they are. Where would the copyright be?
I don't know. Back of the package somewhere.
2001.
Well, that was the first date it was available on Amazon too. Wow, are cassettes really that popular? Hang on, 2001. Yeah, I guess DVDs were starting to phase in at that point. I mean, DVDs were around before then, but I guess people were still listening to cassettes in 2001.
Well, somebody's still paying good money for them.
And Chad Transam said thanks for the demo on the gun. You guys' wife to watch.
Isn't that cool? That gun is like awesome, man. See, stuff like that excites me.
So, did you come up with a church topic yet, or is that a last-minute thing for tomorrow?
Give me a good idea.
In other words, at this point, it's last minute.
Well, I know I'm having Rental Aficionado on tomorrow night, so.
I thought we were off for Easter.
Oh, what? Easter's the 5th. Tomorrow's the 29th.
Well, see, I typically take 2 weeks off for each holiday.
Oh, my Lord. Here we go.
Chad, you don't need any history. holiday to take 2 weeks off. He just decided I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do, and I'm doing it.
Yeah. Mr. Sadie, I bought a book for FBA today, $6 profit, but I thought it ranked 5,000, but didn't have my glasses. It was 5 million. Should I send it? That sounds like me, man.
I don't know. 5 million still doesn't totally scare me on FBA. I've had stuff sit there a while, but if it's a small enough book, your monthly storage fees are so minimal anyhow, like a penny or two. And it could have a bad sales ranking because of no competition, or you might be the only FBA. But yeah, I've made worse mistakes than that. Hell, Chad made one today when he listed an item for $25 less than what it should have been listed at.
But it's sold real quick, like.
Oh, I wouldn't be complaining. I mean, sometimes, for me, we use our PayPal account. We use our PayPal MasterCard. I use it to pay the bills. And, if I got cell phone bills due or power bills due or whatever else, I mean, I'd rather pay $5 for something and sell it for $40 and have the money on there real quick. Or if we want to order dinner that night, that way I'm not cutting into our checking account. I'd rather have the money on there and, take the quick profit and essentially order $40 worth of dinner and it only cost me $5.
Yeah.
I'm not, I know you get a lot of hate for taking the turn and burn, but I'm all about the turn and burn. Because if you really look at it, I know we've had this discussion 100 times. You now have $40. You can go out and buy 8 more $5 items tomorrow, assuming you could find them. And if they were all worth $40, look how quick you've compounded your money.
But see, it's not like I'm even coming close to what I paid for it. My profit is huge still.
Right.
Just like these car scanners, got one for $1, got one for $2, got one for $3, and there's probably $800 worth of shit there. I could price them for $50 a piece and be happy.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta give these cats some cat food.
Yeah. Feed your damn cats, Chris, in the middle of our show. That's okay.
You really seriously just say, I'll be right back, I gotta go feed my cat, and now we're looking at his crotch on his camera. Seriously, dude. It's in the Toadcast. Oh, nice ass.
I guess what? Saturday night, it's not a real show.
All right, let's talk about him while he's gone.
Well, is there any questions in the thing? We got 17 watchers.
Okay, it's on your head. Oh, what did I do? All right. What was our topic?
I don't know. I gotta go feed my dog. I'll be back.
Did you really just do that to me? Oh my God, you really did. All right, so I can't believe both of y'all did that to me. Oh, now I feel like Paul on the morning show, all those mornings where he couldn't get anybody else could get in the room with him. All right, let's read some questions from Reseller Society.
Hey, Dusty, I said this isn't a real show.
Huh?
I said I keep telling you it's not a real show. Otherwise, I'd be more organized.
I know, and everybody left to go feed their animals. What the crap was that all about?
Well, I was either I go feed mine or deal with cat meowing in my ear all the rest of the night.
My daughter's got 2 cats, but they don't come near me because they know one of them used to like to lay in here on top of my merchandise. Then she'd scratch, and I'd get cat fur, and that's just so disgusting. So I've gotten to where I just chase them out, and they put the fear of God in them. They won't even come in here anymore.
Hey, I don't know if you can see the comments, Dusty, but Beth says asking, how's the Bradley biz?
How's the Vagisil? I haven't sold any. I had all my inventory on vacation hold for the last 3 or 4 days while we were in Birmingham. We went to Birmingham to visit my family. My parents and Tristan's dad, they actually, ironically, live in the same neighborhood, about 3 blocks from each other. And I hadn't seen my mom in a while, or either one of my parents. And what did we go down there for? Oh, Tristan went to see Fleetwood Mac. She and her dad were going to Atlanta to see Fleetwood Mac. So they were going to leave me at her dad's house. She didn't trust me to stay here on my own because she knew I'm not supposed to put any weight on my ankle at all still for another 2 stinking weeks or week and a half. And she knew if she left me here, I would get in the car and I would drive somewhere. I mean, I could push. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I could push the gas pedal. I'm just not, the doctor doesn't want me to do it until it's fully healed. And she didn't trust me, so she said, do you want to go? And I said, sure, which I wanted out of the house anyhow. So I hung out with my parents and hung out at her dad's house while they went over. They went down drove over to Atlanta, which is another 2 hours from Birmingham. They drove over for the concert and came back the same night. And I just hung out, and our son went. Our daughter was in Florida, so she was down there, and I went and hung out at her dad's house and really did nothing.
Yeah, I saw you were posting the group one where you were like, there's Tristan's view and here's my view. And I was like, well, at least you get to see Chad. But you didn't.
Yeah, that was a view of my mother's couch. I got to spend some good time with my mom, which was cool. My parents are getting older, and my mom and I have been a little distant, probably. I've always kind of been the black sheep of the family, and we're getting close again. So it was a good thing to go down and visit her. She really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed talking to her. I actually sat at her house for probably 2 of those 3 or 4 days, sat there 6 or 8 hours, and she and I just sat and talked and had a real good time. And my 90-year-old grandmother lives with my parents. She lost everything in the Joplin, Missouri tornado a few years ago, so she moved in with them and got to talk to my Nana. So she has a Winnie Walker, one of these little Winnie Walker scooters, and I kept telling her we were going to have a race with my knee scooter, but she wouldn't do it. She'd just laugh and say no. So I was like, whatever.
Okay, here's 2 things that are in the comments. Willie the seller says, Chris wants to feed his cat. Chad wants to feed his dog. Whatever you do, Dusty, don't leave to take out the garbage.
No, I just did that.
I'm safe there. Garbage doesn't run till Monday morning, so. And it's actually, apparently we missed snow here. It snowed for a couple hours last night, according to the weather report. So I don't know. It was warm in Birmingham. It was in the 70s. It was in the 70s here, and then like yesterday it drops to the 30s, and tonight it's like 40. She's got a fire in the fireplace. It's like 38 degrees outside. Who the crap knows, man?
Mr. City was asking you if you carry insurance on any or all of your FBA categories.
Not until they make me. There's that whole, if you do X amount of dollars and so many, I forget what it is. If you do $10,000 a month for 3 consecutive months or something, they'll force you to. But I've never had Amazon push the issue or ask me for proof of insurance or whatever. And if I have to, I'll get it. It's not, business insurance isn't really that bad. For those that don't have it, it's actually fairly affordable. You can get whatever they require. I think it's $1 million policy or something like that. You can get that for probably $700-800 a year. So.
I see Chad turned it into a working hangout.
Chad's stroking his vacuum.
Hey, this is an election look.
You seriously went and fed your dog, smoked a cigarette, and now you're cleaning your vacuum cleaner.
Hey, this is going to be a high dollar item for me.
You have a box for it?
No, the box didn't come with it.
I I don't know why you don't, that little package ship store that you drop all your FedEx and UPS stuff off at, why don't you get a mailbox there, tell them, which they already know what you do for a living, get them to work out a deal on stuff like that and package it for you really cheap. That's what my store does. Like that vacuum, just that part of the vacuum right there, they would probably charge me $9, $10 to package that up. I can't go out and find that size cost.
Can I use my shipping label with it though?
Yeah, my store lets me because they know they can't
They're
touch
gonna
the price I get from eBay.
Huh? I know they can't touch. That's why
I walk in.
I mean, I just paid the
I walk
packet.
in with that vacuum cleaner, for instance, my packing slip, because I always use packing slips, and my FedEx or postal, whichever one it is. Usually it's when it's bigger stuff like that, it's FedEx, and I hand it to them, and they tell me what they'll charge me to box it up, and I hand it to them, and I walk out the door, pay them their money, and walk out the door. And they give me a really, really good rate. Now, if you go to a UPS store franchise, something like that, they're going to be 3 times the price. But the little independent place, like what I have, and like what I saw the one you use, I guarantee you, a little mom and pop like that, if you tell them what you're doing, and hey, you'd like to start making things more efficient, you can get a box, but if they'll cut you a deal, I guarantee you, dude, they would do it. Even if they mark the box and stuff up just a little bit, they'd rather have some business than none.
Yeah.
And it's been the best thing I ever did, because all those years of, oh my gosh, I've got to ship a DVD player, I got to go find a box. You know what I'm talking about? The weird size stuff you never have a box for.
Yeah, like those stupid cat litter boxes, those automatic ones I sold.
Just go in there and catch is it the owner that runs it? Or do you even know?
Yeah, he's there every now and then. I don't catch him. I asked the lady the other day, I said, how much would you charge me to box some stuff up? Because I bought this big old Dell printer, this laser printer, and see, something like that, I don't want to pack up. I want them to do it.
Well, I had a printer. Remember, I had that printer that was almost identical to that big laser printer a while back that I bought for $10 and sold it for $150. And I paid them, I think on it they charged me $18 to ship it, or to pack it. And I would have had to.
Hey, Dusty. Trans Am says that in California, FedEx box is $10. Walmart, something change.
In California, California FedEx box is $10. Walmart change. I use the Walmart boxes. The problem is they're all pretty much square. They're 16, 16, 24, 16, 16, 16, 14, 14, 14. It's the rectangular stuff that throws me off, because then you have to get into either taking a huge oversized moving box and cutting it way down. But yeah, I use the Walmart boxes a lot, especially for FBA inbound stuff. I use those religiously. I like the heavy duty duck brand. I think it's 16, 16, 24. It's the biggest one, because they're double walled and they cost our Walmart's $2.25 a piece or something, dirt cheap. And then that way you get the extra strength out of the box for your inbound FBA stuff.
Yeah, well, some people say that's not dirt cheap, but ultimately, really, yeah, it's pretty cheap.
No, it's not as cheap as Uline or whatever else, and I used to use a box distributor, but I don't have the space anymore to order a minimum of 20. Like my local box distributor, you have to buy them by the bundle. So it's on most boxes, that's a minimum of 25 quantity. I don't have the space anymore. I don't want to have all my boxes out in the garage, and I don't want to stock. I used to do that and stock 200 different boxes, and it's just, now I've gotten to the point I'm already in Walmart 3 times a week anyhow. I'll just pick up some of their moving boxes. Now, I tell you what I will not do. Huh?
I hate Walmart, dude.
Oh, he's saying $5 to $10 every time for boxes at FedEx. I don't use FedEx, and the only reason is here it's 20 miles in a direction that I never go. So I use a little mom and pop pack and ship store that accept FedEx drop-offs. and they accept UPS and everything else, and I got a mailbox there. So, but I used to drive all the way to FedEx, and it's one of these where you can't get in and out of the parking lot. It's in the wrong part of town. You have to cross 4 lanes of traffic to even get in their parking lot. It's awful. But if you got one local, yeah, I'll totally use them if they'll do stuff for $5 or $10 every time. Yeah, I'm not a big Walmart fan either, but you know, for boxes, I won't buy tape there. Their tape's a little overpriced, but you know, if I get in a pinch and I run out of bubble mailers and I just need a couple of them to get me by until my other ones come in, you know, I'll buy a few there because I can always hit the clearance section and find a few items and make a little money. Now, I'll tell you what I will not do, and I know a lot of people do it. I will not use the moving boxes from Home Depot and Lowe's. Lowe's specifically, they are flimsy, flimsy, flimsy cardboard. And another reseller sent me some items here recently, a couple months ago. It was a bunch of handheld barcode scanner things, and there were 30 of them. 30 of them in a box, and I'm not going to mention by name. No, he didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't realize how flimsy they were. And when that box got here,
I sent those to you in the box that they came to me in.
No, I'm not talking about you. These were those Dymo ones I got.
Oh, the one where it was all busted open.
Yeah, and I even took a picture of it and shared it with a few people. I shared it with him just so he would know for future reference. He had used a Lowe's moving box, and it was one of the large size ones. And when you put that much weight in a box that's designed, it doesn't have the crush strength, that's not meant for shipping, it's meant for moving. That's why they're called moving boxes. And the whole entire side, the seam on the corner was split out, and all these Dymo printers were literally hanging out the edge of it. Because all it took was sitting on a FedEx truck with 3 or 4 packages on top of it, and it split that thing wide open.
Yep.
And if you've ever been on the receiving end of one of those moving boxes, they usually don't end up looking very pretty by the time they get to you. But thank goodness none of them were missing. He got lucky. We laughed about it.
You're lucky because you'd just be SOL.
You guys got think of any other Facebook group suggestions for people to help themselves help us, or help us help them?
Get a smartphone. Somebody made a comment. We were talking about, you know, the good stuff, and they said, well, I don't even have a smartphone. It's like, dude, then you need to get one, because that's like, unless you want to start out like we started out with no help, you know, going out and finding something, either.
When there aren't smartphones.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for me, smartphones, we didn't have one until just about, well, come October.
Last month.
And when I had a flip phone, but what I actually did was I texted Sean Kutos, and when I found something, I'm like, can you quickly look this up for me? Well, I'm already at the thrift store, and he knew I didn't have internet access on my flip phone, so he helped me out by doing that. So if you find somebody that's that knows your situation and is willing to help you like that, don't be afraid to ask them to help once in a while too.
Yeah, but I would make that, if you're going to start this business and you're going to get into it serious, that needs to definitely be top priority. I mean,
yeah, and what'd you do, Chris?
You need internet first and foremost.
We ended up going and get one eventually, because we found one where they were having it for $100 off of a phone for $50 a month. So I think we paid $70 total for the whole for the phone plus the monthly charge.
Yeah, and you can get, you know, Walmart Straight Talk or whatever. What is it, like 45? I may be totally wrong on this, but $45 a month. You don't get a ton of data, but if all you're doing is looking stuff up on eBay, I mean, don't be out on freaking Facebook. On your, you know, if you can't afford the phone and you can barely afford the plan, then don't be on Facebook. Don't be on stuff. You consider it a business tool. But the amount of money that you will make by having, I mean, you're probably seeing that now, Chris, being able to look stuff up in the field. The amount of money that you can potentially make by being able to look stuff up, I mean, you're going to pay for itself in the first month.
I pay $50. I think with tax and insurance, it's like $57 a month or something, like under $60. And
what were you paying?
Free data. I'm getting data, 2 gigabytes of data, Plus, but most of the time I'm at home, so when I say I'm on my phone,
You're on Wi-Fi.
I'm using my Wi-Fi on my phone, so I don't even use my data.
I mean, phones and plans have gotten really affordable and really cheap, and there's really not an excuse if you're going to be a business and you're going to take it to the, outside of just being a hobby seller. If you're going to take it to that level, it needs to be at the top of your priority list of things to have. I feel. I could be wrong.
I agree.
My situation. So, but when I say what was that said?
Especially if you're asking people to freaking help you.
Yeah, if you guys notice, I don't ask for help much, but it's like when I do.
I wasn't talking about you, Chris.
I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm saying in general. When I do, I give you guys the information too.
Well, I mean, it also comes down to you have a group of friends that you can depend on, as you're one of the friends that we can depend on, and that's just how it is. But
this is a business you can get into. Beth C just said a scale and a printer is a top priority. People are wasting money guessing shipping, then driving to the PO every day. I totally agree. I mean, there's scales all over the internet for $20 with free shipping. If you look hard enough, you probably could find one for $15 with free shipping, even cheaper than that. I mean, my Brother laser printer, we've talked about that before. It was brand new at Staples for $49.99. I mean, this is a business that's so easy to get into with very little money, but at the same time, you are starting a business, and you can't go out and start a restaurant, or you can't go out and start a thrift store or anything else with no money. I mean, you're going to have a little bit of money to start, or else you're just going to have to realize that your first payments you get from selling items, you're going to need to start flipping those back into some necessary equipment fairly quick, or as you can do it. I mean, it doesn't have to be fairly quick, but those are definitely some important things: a smartphone, a printer, a scale. I mean, all the rest of it you can make do without, until you can afford it.
Sam said he got a smartphone 1 month ago, and he's within 12 months into eBay. So for 11 months, he didn't have a smartphone.
Wow. Was he doing a lot of sourcing?
I don't know about that. Well, I know he might be one of the smart ones and researched all what he needed in researched all the groups first.
He said, yes, those printer cartridges every month, $29.99. I don't know what that means. He's talking about the printer cartridges. Oh, I need a laser. Yeah, totally get a laser. The Brother that I have, it's a Brother HL-2240. I think they're actually higher now. You can catch them for $79.99. But even if you can find a used one, I ordered the laser cartridges off of Amazon for $12 with free shipping, and I get 3,000 pages out of one of them. So I can print labels for 3 or 4 months. I print packing slips too, so I print 2 sheets for every package.
Hey, I can pick up that laser printer today, so hit me up in a day or two after I test it and make a deal. It's a laser printer, and it's got a scanner on it, all kinds of crap.
But yeah, inkjet will eat you up. Inkjet's kind of a thing of the past. Well, it's not really a thing of the past. They're still good for printing if you need to print things in color. You can do color laser, but color laser you get into a lot more expense, because then you got to have four different cartridges. But
eventually, I gotta get a laser. But right now, since I'm still more or less eBay, I'm still doing I got a Kodak that we're using.
Kodak picture printer?
All in one.
Oh, an all-in-one. And those will work. And you can also get the little ink kits. I did that for a lot of years and refill your. I mean, you can only refill an ink cartridge so many times before eventually it just gets too gooped up, or it quits recognizing it, or some of the companies put chips in them where your printer won't recognize them. But that's kind of the new things they're doing to keep you from refilling them. But even if you watch out for the ink cartridges for them on eBay, you may see a lot of them that are expired, and 9 times out of 10 they still work. Grab them when you can find them cheap. You know, work your way up to getting a laser. But laser is one of the best things I ever did. And my kids gripe because it's black and white only. You know, if they had something for school that needed to be printed in color, you know, how come we don't have a color printer? But that's very, very rare. And I usually say, go to one of your friend's house and print it there. You know, or turn in your report in black and white. I don't really care. I did that one. I did that one time. Huh?
Hold on, I'm almost done with this side, and I'm going to show you guys. A little bit of elbow grease. A little bit of elbow grease. This thing was nasty.
You should have used a magic eraser.
Yeah, I am using a magic eraser.
Oh, I can't see. My screen's so blurry. Did you
All right,
plug it
guys,
in?
this is an Electrolux. Look at that now. I mean, now this thing looks like $1 million. Well, I have the top here. But, oh my goodness, it looks, well, I haven't done the, this will give you an idea how nasty it was. See this front? See how nasty it is?
Mm-hmm.
Got that paint stuff all over it. That's how all the side was, and now it looks like mint. Yeah, I feel it. $250. I feel it. I don't mean to be rude by working while we're talking. I'm listening to everything that's being said.
Well, I didn't want to cut out the video, or whatever, when you were. I figured some people were watching you, so maybe they can see what it goes into this job.
Well, I mean, just a little bit of elbow grease, and okay. Some of these are selling for $50 to $70, and they look like crap. Okay, you take a little bit of time. You take a little bit of time. You clean the parts up, and you're talking $200, $250 if it works. I mean, it's that simple.
You can plug it in now and make sure it actually works.
Yeah. That's the first thing you want to do before you do anything, is test it to make sure it works.
Because I've actually done that. Spent all the time cleaning something up, and I'm like, damn, I should make sure it works. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't work. Well, at least it'll be shiny in the yard sale.
You know that I never plugged this one in yet. That's why you said that.
Yeah.
The Bamazee man says he invaded your large city.
Sweet. I just got back into our large metropolis city. This city has one. That's kind of a joke. This city has. It's not a bad sized city, but it's got one interstate. Literally, we have one, and that's actually a bypass that connects to the interstate, 30 miles west of here.
Did we stay on topic enough for you, Chris?
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't making this into a real show. I try every once in a while. I just ask if there's any more tips that we can give out.
We need to change.
Anything?
Huh?
Yeah, backs do sell. This is an Electrolux, and these things sell like awesome.
They sell and they suck.
Yes.
So I wonder, Bama Z-Man Scott, have you invaded all our thrift stores yet, though? What is today, Saturday? That's right, he was coming into town this weekend. We were supposed to come back 2 days ago, and I just got delayed at my father-in-law's house, and all my stuff, all my inventory was on vacation hold. And I thought, you know,
you put it on vacation.
Just kind of got lazy. I kind of didn't want to come home. It's kind of nice to lay on somebody else's couch in somebody's clean house and not have to worry about anything.
That's what you've been doing for the
Although it was killing me the whole time my stuff's on vacation hold to know that I'm not making it. I mean, I was making FBA money, but not making any money.
I was going to say, if there's more questions from anybody that's the 18 people that are watching.
I just lost sound. Can y'all hear me?
No.
I can hear you.
Oh, crap.
I was gonna say if there's no more questions or whatever, I was gonna get ready to end it. So because technically we went longer than
Yeah,
night.
anybody's got any questions or anything, hit us up. Don't ask us what BOLO means. Don't ask us what FBA means. Are you serious? There goes my painting.
Uh-oh.
Mac. Kim's in there mopping.
Uh-oh.
She asked if I'd watch Mac.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Where's Sean at tonight, anyway?
He went up with his wife out like 3 hours away or something like that.
That's
Fort
right.
Bragg,
They're doing
California.
a community party.
You had 5 Walmarts and 6 Walgreens in my town today. I ain't telling you where shit is here now. Actually, do we even have 5 Walmarts? I know which Walmart was good, too, but I'm not telling. He probably already hit it. I don't care. The last Walmart I was in, I wasn't real impressed, but I did hear that one of them had a whole bunch of clearance. Kind of burned out on retail arbitrage right now after Christmas.
Yeah, that would make me burn out, too.
Yeah, Sean's out helping his wife with candle biz.
Yeah, I told him, I said, that was real manly of him to go do a candle show with your wife.
And then he decided he could have went thirsty while she was doing it, and he decided not to. 3 hours away, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I love you, but I'm going to at least check at least 1 or 2
You know,
thrifts
he's standing
while you're
there.
doing it.
Now, he's standing there in the living room holding a candle, walking up to each lady and having them smell it. Oh, you like that?
Dang it, I'm trying to type back in the chat to everybody, and I can't even type. I thought you could type on the app now. You could type. You can see the chat on the YouTube on the iPhone app now. But
I told you it won't let me.
It won't let you do it. It won't let you do it on a live show, but it'll let you do it on regular. Well, you could always do it on regular videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the live show still there, Dusty.
Huh?
I said, this is still live. I haven't shut off yet.
Well, I know, but I thought it let me type in one the other day.
Well, it's not letting you today.
Walgreens on Highway 72. I don't ever get out that way.
Kim told me, she goes, you know how many dead skin cells are in that vacuum? I'm like, I don't care. All I'm seeing is the dollar signs.
Did you check is it bagless or is it bagged?
There's a bag there. I don't know if it can run without a bag or not.
Oh, so it didn't have a bag full of, like, dirt in it?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of dirt in it.
You need to check, make sure there's not any jewelry in that bag.
Okay.
You just sift through all the dirt and pet hair and make sure there's not any rings in there.
All right, guys, I'm going to want to hang this off because we went on for an hour and a half, and I know Chad was even worried about me starting it an hour later than they did anyway. So I want to thank everybody that's been here watching. I want to thank Dusty and Chad for didn't volunteer, but they agreed to come on and discuss this with me. So
You interrupted my dinner, Chris, but I forgive you.
Well, you saw what I was doing.
I enjoyed doing it. Oh, my dinner was a rotisserie chicken that Tristan picked up from Kroger, so wasn't anything fancy. Although it was chicken in the bag. I did threaten to come on and eat chicken, be stuffing chicken in my mouth while you were doing it. But
well, if you notice, Dusty, I don't know what I didn't actually ask you. I was going to if Chad had said no, but he's the one that said, "Oh, I'll go drag Dusty in on it too." I'm like, okay.
Well, whoever dragged me in here with my chicken.
Well, like I said, I want to thank you guys for being on with me. It's not going to be a weekly thing, guys, just so you all know. You know, I did 2 weeks in a row.
That didn't just happen.
Every once in a while, I might do one just for shits and giggles. So, thanks, everybody. Oh,
Bye, guys.
Before I shut it off, I'm going to remember. I didn't do it last Sunday. Pickus Church tomorrow. My show tomorrow night.
Oh,
Profit Talks Monday. Green Room Tuesday. Meet and Greet Wednesday. Catacomb on Thursday. And Toadcast on Friday.
what about the morning wake up?
Oh, well, I haven't been watching, so I keep forgetting it. So there you go. Chad put that one too. And well, yeah, that's all I can think of. So, thanks
Yeah, I
again,
think that's
everybody.
it. Bye, guys.